Hello. Welcome to my DVD rack, shelf, whatever. A couple years ago, I did a tour of my collection. It's grown a little bit since then. Not a whole lot. Yeah, not a whole lot. But enough for a bit of an update. So I figured let's do that. Under this really hot light, in this tiny corner of my room next to a window that is not open, but it's going to be sunny, so it's just going to be really hot and condensed, and so I'm going to be sweaty and gross. So I'm not going to be on camera for most of this video because of that. Except my horrible nail job. Why am I doing that? Anyways, I love that I put shorts on and you guys can't even see my lower half. So I was like, oh, just in case, you know. It's hard for me to see. This is a very awkward portion of my room. Not gonna lie. Okay, that's a little better for now for me. I just moved my laptop. That's literally all I did. You guys can't even see it. You're like, there was no difference. I don't understand. We are going to ignore the very top of the shelf because that has nothing to do with DVDs. And we're going to try and ignore this under portion. Someday I'd like to paint it. So, can you see the top of my head? Barely. Hi, I'm here. See? Avengers. Birdcage. This is one of my favorite Robin Williams and, fuck. The name is completely Nathan Lane. Words. It's one of my favorite movies, and my mom's. This is my favorite musical ever, Fiddler on the Roof. You'll notice these are all alphabetical. Game of Thrones, seasons 1 through 5. Home Alone. I didn't bother to get the sequel. I just got the first one because I hadn't seen the sequel at the time that I bought this, and honestly, I don't really care. This is the one of my childhood, so this is the one that I wanted. And you'll notice there was a specific scene that they used for the back of the box that I strategically took a Winnie the Pooh sticker that very aptly says "Oops" on it because I am terrified of those creatures. And if you've seen the movie and you know the back of the box, you know what I'm talking about. Independence Day. This is my mom and my annual ritual to watch it every 4th of July. This is the only way that we like to celebrate it because neither of us are like super big on fireworks and everything, so this is how we celebrate watching aliens blow up the White House. Kong Skull Island. Lucy. Say what you will, but I thought it was fun, and I love women kicking ass. 101 Dalmatians. Pirates 4. I have the other ones on DVD, which I probably would have purchased Pirates 4 on DVD as well, because my other ones were, but that was given to me by a friend for my birthday or Christmas, so I didn't really have much to say. Rocky Horror. Special 35th anniversary edition. Scream. It says 5 film set, but first of all, there's only 4 films, and it doesn't actually include Scream 4. It's just Scream 1 through 3, and then Still Screaming and Scream Inside the Story. I didn't buy it for those 2 other things. I just bought it for the 3 movies. The Silence of the Lambs. The Sound of Music 50th anniversary set. I bought this when it came out because I love this musical. I love Julie Andrews. She's one of my favorite actresses. I don't know why I pulled that out. It's the same as the sleeve. Into Darkness. This. I had a mini rant about this in my last collection tour, so I'm not going to go into a sing rant again. I'll just say that I hate this Blu-ray set. Long story short, I hate it because George Lucas has a tendency to add stupid and superfluous things to his past movies, Star Wars especially, and I just wanted the ones that I grew up with on VHS, you know? Disney, now that you have the rights, could you please release a Blu-ray edition of those? The first Thor, another favorite musical, The Wizard of Oz, obviously Jasmine Funko Pop. Now I have strategically placed my Funkos to their appropriate films next to the only Aladdin I will ever own, the only version of it I mean. There is no other version as far as I'm concerned. Alice in Wonderland, my favorite movie of all time. Amelie, Anastasia, say what you will. I still love it, and I love that the case is this nice cerulean blue. When people ask me what's my favorite cartoon of my childhood, this is definitely at the top of my list. Animaniacs Volume 1 and Volume 2. I still need to get 3, 4, and 5. This is one of my favorite classic films. It's Cary Grant, Arsenic and Old Lace. It is an off-color comedy, even though it's black and white, but off-color as in like his aunt, Cary Grant's character, murder single old men that come to their inn with arsenic. This should absolutely become a Christmas classic. It is so good. Arthur Christmas is one of my favorites. Atlantis, The Lost Empire, very underrated. Another cool shell because it's white instead of the traditional black. So is Arthur Christmas actually. This is something I got at Target. It's Atonement, Pride and Prejudice, which is one of my favorites, and that's one of my favorite versions with Keira Knightley. Jane Eyre, which I could care less about. It's not really my favorite story, and that's the only version I've seen, and it didn't really do much for me. And Elizabeth, which is obviously about Queen Elizabeth, starring Cate Blanchett, whom I adore. I got it because it was like 4 movies for like $5 or something. I can't remember what they do at Target, but you can get like a 4-pack of movies, and yeah. The Aviator. These are the remnants of my teen years, but I'm not gonna get rid of them because I still love my boys. Bambi, classic. Probably my favorite Batman, my favorite Batman movie as well. Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman was kind of a sexual awakening for me. Probably a little known fact about me and my mom are huge fans of Bette Midler. We love her so much. We love her humor, we just love her. She's amazing. And this is a really good movie. It's also really, really sad. Again, the only version of Beauty and the Beast that we will ever have in this house. The Black Cauldron is a severely underrated Disney film. Chris Farley, Black Sheep. You gotta have some Chris Farley in your collection. He was amazing. Bolt, another severely underrated. The Book Thief. I really love this film. Brave, Breakfast at Tiffany's. I love Audrey Hepburn. I love this film in spite of Mickey Rooney. We'll just ignore him. But this actually isn't my favorite Audrey Hepburn film. We'll get to that. Brooks Almighty. I have Ace Ventura and Ace Ventura 2. A couple of years ago, I was trying to cut down on like all of my the shell casings, and so I took some of my movies out of their shells and stuck them in these little sleeves and put them in a storage bin. But while it does kind of cut down on space, it doesn't really cut down on the weight of the films. So it's really heavy and kind of cumbersome for somebody so small and with a brittle bone disease, you know? Alright, so we're done with the top shelf. Buffy, which I found at Goodwill. So the discs are probably a little sketch. Casper, George Carlin. I want to get his entire collection, basically, because he's one of my favorite comedians. Chicago. College. It's a Buster Keaton film. I wouldn't mind getting like a collection of Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin. This came in like a cardboard sleeve initially, and so I took a no longer used shell and sort of made out of the cardboard sleeve, because otherwise it would just get lost because it was like a thin envelope sized sleeve. Crimson Peak. This is another favorite of my childhood. Daria. This guy and my Joker is kind of like, it's cool, but it's kind of useless, only because I really only care about The Dark Knight, not The Dark Knight Rises or Batman Begins. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is taking this to Bookman's and just getting The Dark Knight, because as cool as it is, I just don't care that much. One of my favorite, another favorite classic, Dinner at 8. It's got Marie Dressler, John Barrymore, Wallace Berry, Jean Harlow, Lionel Barrymore, as in Drew Barrymore's grandfather and uncle, I believe. Edmund Lowell and Billy Burke. Not the Billy Burke from Twilight. Billy Burke as in the Good Witch from The Wizard of Oz. This is Doubtfire. Dumbo, which is my favorite Disney classic. The Emperor's New Groove, another severely underrated Disney film. Fantasia, one of my favorites as well. I mean, obviously all of the Disney movies that I own are favorites. Otherwise I wouldn't buy them, because I don't just buy them to have them as a collection. I used to, like, I had, oh my god, so many VHSs. So this is me slowly replacing my VHSs with DVDs, which means I'm probably going to have to replace them on Blu-ray or whatever. I don't really care. At least the DVDs don't take up nearly as much space as VHS. This is another really cool shell case. Fern Gully, which unfortunately I have to replace because I accidentally ruined it. I spilt nail polish remover on it. And doesn't it look lovely? Yeah. So I want to replace it because I really do love it. And I love this packaging. It's so cool. I just want to replace the one disc, you know? I don't need anything else. I really should go on eBay and see. It's a cute little movie. It's not like mind blown or groundbreaking or anything. Fresh Prince. I need to get more. Friends with Benefits, which I don't really care about rom-coms, but this is like surprisingly good. I also have Hitch, which is another rom-com that is surprisingly good. Frosty the Snowman, Frozen. This is my favorite Audrey Hepburn film, Funny Face. Galaxy Quest, Great Mouse Detective. This is gonna probably be very polarizing for a lot of people. Happy Gilmore / Billy Madison. Harry Potter, the complete 8-film series. Hercules. We have a Hitchcock Essentials collection. I'd love to get more of his films, but it has Rear Window, Vertigo, North by Northwest, Psycho, and The Birds. Psycho is my favorite, and then Rear Window, The Birds, North by Northwest, and then Vertigo. That's probably the order I'd put it in. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Hook. Hotel Transylvania. This series is like the best Adam Sandler has done in years. Obviously, How to Train Your Dragon would go in here. Poor little Toothless needs his movies. We have the classic How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Hunger Games. The Imitation Game, Inside Out, Interview with a Vampire. 2 more shows left. Invader Zim. I am super, super fucking stoked about the Netflix film. I cannot wait. It's a Wonderful Life. Jumanji. The only Jurassic Park you ever need. King's Speech. Lady Gaga Live. The Last Time I Saw Paris. That's, Elizabeth Taylor. Actually, I might have this movie twice in my collection. The Last Unicorn. Legally Blonde. And I love that the shell case is pink. This, I will defend this movie until my dying day. The Lion King. Looney Tunes. Golden Collection. volumes 1 through 6. Of course, we have Lord of the Rings, Fellowship, Two Towers. I know it says Mom, but it's actually mine because I got her the extended edition and took these. Mean Girls, another film I will defend until my dying day. I really feel like they dropped the ball on the shell casing. Oh, it's dusty, sorry. They could have made it a hot pink instead of this boring old black. Come on now. Meet the Robinsons, very underrated. Memoirs of a Geisha. Down the line. Clean cup, move down, move down. This is Marilyn Monroe, the premiere collection. Whoops. Blew out the shot there. Basically, it has All About Eve, As Young as You Feel, Let's Make It Legal, Love Nest, Don't Bother to Knock, Monkey Business, O. Henry's Full House, We're Not Married, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, How to Marry a Millionaire, Niagara, There's No Business Like Show Business, The 7-Year Itch, Bus Stop, Some Like It Hot, Let's Make Love, and The Misfits. It doesn't have all of her films, but a good chunk of them. Monster in Law, it's fun. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And we have yet to watch this one. Monty Python and the Meaning of Life. Much Ado About Nothing. This is my favorite. William Shakespeare. My favorite to read and to watch. Mulan. Narnia, which is actually a really good movie. It's nice. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Our Funko of Jack. Nightmare on Elm Street, 1 through 4. You are noisy, sir. Or madam. I'm gonna get the whole 7-disc series at some point. Someday. Probably on Blu-ray. No Doubt Live. No Doubt Live. No Doubt Video Collection. Obviously, I love Gwen Stefani, and I love No Doubt. Pirates of the Caribbean 1, my absolute favorite. 2, 3, Pocahontas, The Princess Bride. So good. I am not religious, but this is an amazing movie. Animation is great. The music is incredible. Red and Red 2, they're just a lot of fun, okay? Rescuers Down Under, Resident Evil, 1 through 4. Again, I'm just gonna get the collector's edition because I love a badass lady kicking ass and taking names, even if the stories and the films are kind of crappy. I love Mila Jovovich and I love watching her kick butt. Animated Robin Hood, my favorite. Robin Hood Men in Tights. Rudolph. Sailor Moon Crystal. I need to get the 90s ones, but this is the recent. And this is in Japanese. I don't know if it's in English dub. It's episodes 1 through 14. Oh, English and Japanese audio and English subtitles. Cool. The Secret of Nim. Incredible film. The Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. Very excited for the new one. The Sherlock TV series with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman. There's a couple I'm missing, but that's alright. We'll get them eventually. I hate that they changed the text. Because these two are like symmetrical and everything and nice. And then there's just this one, and it drives me crazy. I'm not OCD, but I can be anal retentive. Singing in the Rain. Another one of my favorite musicals, Sleeping Beauty, The Snowman. If you've never watched this, there's no dialogue or anything except David Bowie introducing it at the beginning. It's just this really lovely story, and the animation is beautiful, and the music is beautiful. Snow White. Much to my mom's chagrin, Spaceballs. We do have Blazing Saddles in our collection in this house and Young Frankenstein, but Mom has those copies. Like, she purchased those, so I can't steal them. Space Jam, I don't care how lame or cheesy it is. I love it. Same goes for the next film. Spice World, fucking love this movie. I know it's terrible, but I don't care. Gwen Stefani Live. Sweeney Todd. You know, as much as I love Johnny Depp and Tim Burton and Helena Bonham Carter, I might take this to Bookman's and get something else in its place. I don't know. I just feel like I still love it and the music is still amazing, but I don't know. It washed over me. I was really into it for a bit, and then I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I'm fine, but I'm not as crazy into it anymore. The Sword and the Stone. We have an Elizabeth Taylor collection. Mom actually had this, and told you I might have it twice. The Last Time I Saw Paris, The Last Time I Saw Paris, and Father's Little Dividend. I don't know why I still have both copies, but I do. I think I've kept them because I want to compare, like, the quality, because I know that this one, the video quality is terrible. It was not digitally remastered at all, and I think it says on the box, digitally remastered. That is a lie. It's terrible. Three Musketeers. If you have never seen this, you have got to see this. It is so funny, and I love it so much. Thor: The Dark World. I really need to get Ragnarok, you know? Blech. Go back in! Ah! Blah, 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 blah. Tom and Jerry Spotlight Collection. Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. Tommy Boy. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. This is a really cute animated short. I have a lot of Christmas ones, as you may have noticed. V for Vendetta, and The Wedding Singer. Probably my favorite Adam Sandler film. And these are the only Family Guy that I've kept. I used to have a few more, but I took them to Bookman's. So we have seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, basically, and then the Stewie Griffin film. Those are the ones that I kept. I had a lot, but then I got over the series after a while. This is a cookbook that I'm working on for my mom and I. Just some random recipes that intrigue me. And this is a styrofoam block that came in one of my Cards Against Humanity boxes, and it's like nutritional facts.